Thanks for checking out Scotty's Hobbies. Today we're going to be replacing the PCV valve on this here 2016 Hyundai Elantra with a 1.8 liter engine in it. This will be the same, if not very similar, to other makes and models that would be listed in the description below. To get started, pop the hood to get to the PCV valve. It's real simple. This job takes about 5 minutes to do if you have the know-how and the parts on hand. So when you get done with this, don't expect to spend too much time under your hood. If you need any parts shown in this video or any tools shown in this video, make sure you look for a link in the description below to purchase those. And if you have any questions, make sure you ask away in the description below. To get started, here are the tools and the parts needed to get this job done. Starting off with the PCV valve itself. Right here, I have an aftermarket one I got from my local parts store. I would highly recommend you get a OEM replacement. 21mm socket, a deep socket it has to be, 3/8 socket wrench to turn your 21mm socket, and a Newton's meter torque wrench to tighten everything down. I will go over the torque specifications for the PCV valve when we do the tightening process, so make sure you stay tuned till the very end. If this video helped you out, make sure you leave a comment below with the year, make, model, engine size of the vehicle did help you on. To remove your engine cover, all you're going to do is pull up and unclip it. It just pushes into place. There's nothing that retains it, no screws or anything you need to remove to get it off. So pull directly up and it'll come right off these little prongs that hold it into place. Set it off the side so you don't step on it or ruin it or anything like that. It's only there for looks, but hey, makes it look a lot better than this dust trap right here. The PCV valve is right here on the front side of the valve cover, and it goes down, or the hose goes down to the intake manifold right here, right past the throttle body. The vacuum created by the engine will open the PCV valve and allow the gases to go back into the intake through that hose. The breather will suck in fresh air to the back of the valve cover. It will travel through the valve cover, get all the gases that made it through the combustion process into the oil system or into the valve cover, and suck it back into the intake manifold so that it will go through the combustion process and through the catalytic converter and hopefully be cleaned up by the time it goes out the tailpipe. To remove the PCV valve, I'm using this pretty basic pair of pliers to remove the hose clamp off the little hose that goes to it. When you remove this, make sure you take a look at it. If you see any cracks or if you see any moisture around this connection right here, there's a big chance that you have something leaking, and it could be this hose. So take a look at this hose. If you have any question that it is leaking, you could take it off and use a vacuum pump and see if it holds vacuum. If it does hold vacuum, then there'll be no need to replace that hose or maybe cut off the ends. Using a deep 21mm socket, I'm going to remove the PCV valve pretty easily. This thing should not be tight at all, and if it is, I might be a little frayed. When we go through the installation process, I'll give you the proper torque specification that you should tighten this down to, and you'll be very surprised to what it is. A toddler could do it, really. So lefty loosey, righty tighty, deep 21mm socket. A shallow will not work, and those ones that are open, the hollow ones, that'll work just fine as well. So if you do need something, such as the parts, PCV valve, or the tools, make sure you look for a link in the description below. On the PCV valve, you should only be able to suck on the hose side and not blow on it. If you can blow on it at all, it's bad. If you shake it, it should make a little rattling noise as well. And I usually like to replace my PCV valves about every 45 to 50,000 miles if I can. I know it's pretty excessive, but it's really easy, like you're learning in this video. Here is the new PCV valve compared to the old one. Just make sure they look similar. If they look radically different, then you might have got the wrong one somehow. And you can see, if you shake them, they will rattle. If yours doesn't rattle, then yours is stuck in the open or the closed position. And a stuck PCV valve can cause a lot of problems. Misfires, you could get random codes for like a lean condition. You could also get a lot of oil consumption if it's stuck in the open position. A lot of problems can be caused by the PCV valve. So I like to replace mine a lot. So now we're getting this thing tightened down. We are going to use a Newton's meter torque wrench to tighten this PCV valve down. It's on a 1/4-inch drive. And I know a lot of people don't have them out there. I ended up buying one because I do the PCV valves a lot. And for very, very low torque screws and bolts, a Newton's meter torque wrench is very valuable in this situation. You can see right here, this is my Newton's meter torque wrench. I like the bar style that work in this fashion rather than the digital one. It's just a preference. I like old school. I'm using a 1/4 inch to 3/8 adapter to use the socket I used to remove it and to put it on. So just so everything works uniform. And you can see we're just tightening it down to a really light torque specification of 2.17 foot-pounds. So about 3 foot-pounds. That's why you need this Newton meter or a very light foot-pounds torque wrench on a 1/4 inch, and you'll be able to get the job done properly. You got to imagine that this is plastic threaded PCV valve going into a plastic threaded valve cover. It'll be really easy to over tighten this and give yourself a lot more work. So be very careful, take time, don't rush anything. I replace my PCV valve about every 45,000 miles-ish. I would recommend that you buy 2 PCV valves, get one done, and put another one in the glove box for your next preventative maintenance procedure. If you need a PCV valve or the tools shown in this video, there will be links in the description below to provide you with all of that. Just make sure you take the time, get the job done right. If you see any extra problems while you're in here, hurry up and get them done. Proper vehicle maintenance is the best way to keep your vehicle lasting the longest, giving you the most efficiency, and just treating you right, getting you from A to B every time. When you take care of your vehicle takes care of you. When you have more pride in your ride, it takes care of you. So, after you get this job done, make sure you check out my video library. For this vehicle, I have the engine air filter, the cabin air filter, the brakes, and more to come. So take care of your vehicle. It'll last you forever. If you see a problem, take care of it. If you see a leak, get it sealed up. Check my video library for other helpful videos. If you have any friends or family that have a vehicle and they take care of it on their own, tell them about me, please. Scotty's Hobbies, I have a ton of videos. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next, hopefully helpful video.